Welcome to the first Tom Stuker Show right here at CBT Automotive Network. I love this place. I'm Tom Stuker. Now, over the next several weeks, I'm going to cover some very important topics like 10 reasons why 90% of all BDCs are failing and how to fix that. I'm going to talk about 6 different ways to increase sales 25% in any dealership without fail. How to build a winning sales team. I'm going to talk about open floor versus managed floor. I'm going to talk about how to do better sales meetings, how to truly motivate your sales team with better sales contests, better incentives, and rewards for your staff. And the list goes on and on, but let's get started with today's show. Now, in order to sell 20 plus units a month and less than 10 quality conversations a day, you first need to understand what a quality conversation actually is. A quality conversation is a discussion based on specific questions and answers. These questions are: how many drivers reside at the household? How many vehicles do they own? What type of vehicles do they own? And who is most likely going to be in the market next for buying a vehicle? The conversation will lead into some follow-up questions, a reinforcement of the reason that you called, effectively asking for referrals outside of the household, and then conclude with notes from your interaction and a specific plan of action loaded into your CRM to follow up with the best sales opportunities. Even though you might think the phone is the most efficient way to achieve your daily goal, a quality conversation is not necessarily limited to the phone. What you often overlook is the countless opportunities that are already available to you every day. That service customer who is waiting for their vehicle to be repaired, your friends, relatives, neighbors you speak with today, the dry cleaner, bank teller, grocery clerk, and all the other contacts that you chat with every day in your circle of influence. They all own cars, they live in households with other drivers, and who could provide you with a better quality conversation? Don't take these people for granted. If you expect their business, you need to have quality conversations with them. Next, take all this information you gather and immediately input it into your dealership CRM. Now, quality conversations must be in addition to any prospects already in play. This means unsold showroom traffic or any existing hot prospects that need to be called that day. Wait, it gets even easier. As far as less than 10 quality conversations a day, I've already taken into consideration that you don't work every day, you do have days off, a vacation, the occasional sick day, of course. And then there's days that you'll be too busy, you literally can't have quality conversations 10 times. But there will be days where you have more time and can make many more. So maybe not exactly 10 quality conversations every day, but without excuse, you always have time to have at least 40 quality conversations each week. The average salesperson in our industry is a fairly intelligent person. Many have college degrees, advanced skills, are multilingual, and the list goes on. But less than 5% of all salespeople work intelligently. And I might be generous with that number. The majority of 6-figure earners in our business do work in a much smarter way. They spend most of their time focusing on those areas that they can control rather than the areas that they can't. There's 6 distinct sources of business. 3 are reactive, 3 are proactive. First, the reactive: walk-in traffic, phone inquiries, and internet leads. Then there's the proactive: referrals. Not someone who walks on a lot saying they were recommended to go to your dealership, but someone who was recommended to ask for you specifically. Repeat customers: not someone who walks on a lot saying they bought 3 cars there before, but your past customer, or the dealership's orphan owners that you got in the door, or someone from the physical address of a past customer, someone who lives at that same household, mom, dad, son, daughter. Then there's new business. Now, this is any self-generated opportunity that isn't a referral or a repeat, but comes in asking for you. A neighbor, friend, or relative, someone from the service drive that bought a unit from a competitive dealer, and those in your daily circle of influence we mentioned earlier. Either you're a proactive salesperson or a reactive salesperson. Only a proactive salesperson will succeed with this plan. Out of the 6 distinct sources of business, Which ones are you not in control of? You can't control reactive sources like walk-ins, phone-ups, or internet leads. They're all limited opportunities. On the average, compared to self-generated opportunities, these people are harder to sell, close at a lower ratio, traditionally lower grosses, give you a lower CSI score, and are less fun to sell. But why do 95% of all salespeople spend 95% of their time working and depending on the wrong opportunities? So think about it. Are you as good as most salespeople say they are? Are you as bad as most people really are? Are you beginning to see the difference? Come on. There's things you can control, and those are the before-mentioned proactive opportunities, such as repeat customers, referrals, and new business. These are all self-generated opportunities, and for the most part, they're unlimited opportunities. More often than not, they're easier to sell, close at a higher ratio, provide you better gross profit, plus they're more fun to sell, and they give you better CSI scores. So are you in the effective 5% or the less effective 95%? You don't have to be the strongest closer to sell 20 units a month. Just work intelligently. Now, you might ask, if this is so easy, how come more salespeople aren't doing this? The answer is less than 5% are working intelligently. So quit comparing yourself to those who don't get it and start comparing yourself and put efforts with the six-figure salespeople that are working smarter and more effectively every day. Why work twice the time for half the money when you could work half the time for twice the money? So the main point is this. If you're not talking, you're not selling. Either you're primarily a proactive or reactive salesperson. Like I said before, only a proactive salesperson will succeed in my plan for selling 20 units a month on less than 10 quality conversations a day. Choose to be successful. Now, to sell 20 plus units per month, you have to choose to sell, not just wait around for people to buy. Anyone who doesn't sell 20, or for that matter, even 10 units a month, come on, pick any number. But if you're not selling that number, either you don't know how or you don't want to. Now, if you don't want to, that's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a person. However, if you want to sell 20 units a month, but don't know how, then it's that simple. Either way, it gets down to either I don't know how or I don't want to. Pick one. We'll provide you with the know-how, but you're going to have to come up with the want to. Now, let's look at it from a different angle. If you don't sell 20 units a month, either you don't have enough opportunities, or you do have enough opportunities, but you aren't maximizing or closing enough of them. I'll help provide you with all the opportunities you need. But then you and your manager are going to have to work together to maximize those opportunities. Use the scripts and strategies that I provide with you on our weekly show here, and you'll begin to see results immediately. Your results will improve every week as you continue to add more sales and more opportunities. But having the know-how is not all that it takes. You also have to have a reason to sell 20 units a month. Now, do this for me. If you sold 20 units a month, every month, based on your pay plan and bonuses, how much money would you make every month? Now, take that dollar amount and subtract from that what your average monthly income is now. Now, look at that new number. Look at it hard. Now, tell me specifically, what would you do with that money? La, 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 la. I don't want to hear those answers. Come on, save it. What? Save it. Invest it. Invest in what? If you don't have a specific reason, like getting a new car, paying off short-term debt, long-term debt, going on vacation, getting a nicer home, if you don't have a specific reason to make that money, then you don't have any reason to do anything about what I'm talking about today. Now, before the sun goes down tonight, get yourself a reason, a specific reason, a tangible reason. If you don't have a reason to make that extra money each month, then you have no reason to modify your daily routine in order to sell those extra units. Money doesn't motivate people. If it did, you'd sell more cars. Money's the means, not the end. The final reward itself motivates you. A new boat, a new car, travel, elimination of debt, a better life for your family. Identify the things that motivate you. Now use your dealership CRM in order to program yourself, program yourself to 20 plus sales per month. Once you choose to sell 20 units a month, it's a choice. You'll take the know-how I provide, combine that with your specific motives, and put together a strong plan to work every day to achieve your goals. Choose to succeed in this business rather than survive. Come on, gang, don't get me wrong. Success is nothing more than you succeeding at your own goals. You're not here for the dental program or the retirement program. You're here, if you're going to put in the time, choose to be successful. Don't survive. When I first got in the car business, I was only 20 years old. But from day one, I chose to succeed, not to survive. I had the two things that every manager wants in a salesperson. What do you think those are? Two things. One, a work ethic. Second, manageability. Right or wrong, I did what I was told to do. I respected my managers because they were successful. At 20 years old, I wanted to get out of an apartment and into a home. When I moved into my first home, I didn't even have that place half furnished, and I was already shopping for a better home. I always knew what to do with that extra money. Did money motivate me? No. But what money can do for me is what motivated me. I actually had a pocket calendar that I carried with me every day. It's called a pocket day timer. Now it's replaced with cell phones, tablets, etc. In my notes sections, I had a list of at least 20 things that money could do for me. At the top of my list was a new car, a vacation. One of the things I always wanted was a 25-foot barbecue pit in my backyards with dual grills, dual TVs, everything. Every time I was able to accomplish one of these things, I scratched it off. The journey never bothered me because I was always focused on the destination. Bottom line, if you're going to put the hours in, then reward yourself with the sales. Now, join me next time to learn how to program yourself, not set a goal, not aim for, but to program yourself on how to sell 20 units a month without fail. I'm Tom Stuker. Thanks for watching.